Hello friends, today we are going to do the map work of chapter number 9 and 10. Friends, in the previous lecture we discussed about the important map work of types of soil. We discussed how in chapter number 8 different types of soil can be shown in which particular region. Friends, we discussed that why that particular soil is located in that region, how you can identify that soil. Friends, we also discussed that how this is important to mention the whole region. You have to show the whole region. You have to mention the whole region, friends, that in types of soil you can mark the whole region. That shows that in that region that type of soil is found. We learned that in the basics of map work. We also discussed that in the other chapters, that is chapter number 9, that is related to the wildlife, in which we discuss about the national parks, sanctuaries and wildlife reserves. Friends, we discussed about marking, about how to mark these national parks, sanctuaries and bioreserves. In that the spot identification is done. Friends, today in this lecture we are going to discuss about chapter number 9, map of chapter number 9, that is related to national parks, sanctuaries and the bioreserves. Friends, we learn how and in which area you can show these different sanctuaries, national parks and bioreserves. Friends, let us start understanding about one by one. Friends, as you know, the map shown over here is having state boundaries. But friends, as you all know, that the map that is going to be asked in our exams, that will be the outline map of India. It will not have the state boundaries in it. That is why it will become very difficult for us to identify the proper state. We need to take care. We should be very active in recognizing that which state is present in that particular area. Friends, here, as we learned in the basic rules of map work, we understood that while showing these locations of national park and sanctuaries, spot identification can be done. Like as it is shown over here, you can see that a triangle shape, a triangle symbol is done. Through this triangle symbol, it is shown that the Chingham National Park is located over here. Friends, here three types of symbols are shown. You can see at above. For the national park, triangle is shown. For bird sanctuary, a square symbol is given. And for wildlife sanctuaries, a circle is given. You can see here, these triangles shows the national park. These all triangles shows the national parks that are in India. While you can see over here, there are some circles. These all circles shows the wildlife sanctuary. While if you see over here, there are some squares also present. These squares shows that it is the bird sanctuary. Friends, as we know We have already studied this in the previous standard as well as in the basic rules of map work, that when we are showing this location of national park, you should not cover the whole state. Like for example, Dachingam National Park is asked, you cannot show the whole Jammu Kashmir like this way that you showed in the types of soil, because Dachingam is not located in the whole Jammu Kashmir area. That is why it becomes very necessary for us that it should be done in spot identification in such a manner, like a small triangle is shown in Jammu Kashmir. Friends, here you can use, as in exam you know that 4 locations can be asked. It can be from different chapters. So for each different location, different symbols should be used, as you can see over here, right? For example, if Dachingam is asked, you can show like this way in triangle. If Rajaji National Park is asked, if Corbett National Park is asked, so Thar Desert over here, so Ranthambore. So you can see here friends, Shivpuri, these all are shown by spot identification. Same way friends, you can do spot identification like these, in this manner. You can show any symbols, like you can show either the circle or square, you can show the star symbol, or any symbol can be used to locate these national parks, sanctuaries or wildlife sanctuaries, bioreserves that is asked in your exams. Friend, here you can also mark, for example, if you have shown like Corbett National Park over here, if you have shown this Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand, you can make an arrow and mention over here Corbett National Park. You can mention over here Corbett National Park, like you can clearly see it is also mentioned over here, the name Corbett is given, so that the examiner can also clearly identify that which location you have shown through the medium of triangle. Friends, for each location you can show different symbols. Friends, you can see here Dachingam is located in Kashmir. Here Corbett, Uttarakhand, Corbett, Rajaji. Then over here Thar Desert in Rajasthan. Then Sariksa, Koiladev National Park, Ranthambore. Then Chandraprabha in UP. You can clearly see friends. Then you can also see over here Kanha National Park. Then Nal Sarovar Bird Sanctuary, Velvada National Park, Gir National Park and Sanctuary, Jaisor, also Kaziranga, Manas National Park. Friends, here Simlifal, then Karnala, Shivpuri, Rajaji, Corbett, Dudhwai, Rajgir. Friends, these are some of the important national park and sanctuaries that are located in the upper part of our country, that is in North India, in the West India, as well as some are in the East India. Now let us see about some of the national park sanctuaries in South India. Here, if we see, again there are some of the important, like Simlifal is there, Sundarbans in West Bengal, very well known, Karnala, then Itunargaram, then Ranganiti, Bandipur, Madhumalai, then Vedantangal, Periyar. So friends, these are the Kanha National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Friends, these are some of the again important national park sanctuaries and bird sanctuaries of our countries that can be asked in your examination. Friends, by these you can clearly understand about the national how you have to show which national park in which region. For example, here you can say that Periyar and Madumalai, they are located in Kerala, Bandipur and Raganathidu, that is in Karnataka, then Gwindi and Vedantugai, they are in again Tamil Nadu. Friends, here Karnala in Maharashtra, Simlifal in Odisha, Sundarbans in West Bengal, then Itunagaram in Telangana. So friends, these Kanha in Madhya Pradesh, Gir, Velvada, Narsarovar in Gujarat. So these are some of the national park and sanctuaries located in different states, which becomes a very important resource of our country. Friends, now with this, let us discuss about another map, that is about the crops. Chapter number 10, important crops of our country. Same like friends as we discussed in chapter number 9 about the national park, sanctuaries and bioreserves. Same way here also in chapter number 10 you have to identify the region where different crops are grown. Friends, here again the state boundaries map is shown, but in exam you will have the outline map. Here this type of map is given so for your reference purpose, so that you can understand that which crops are grown in which state. Friends, you can clearly see over here. Here friends, the alphabetical, you can see some of the alphabetical symbols are used over here. But friends, it is more preferable to use the symbols like square, circle, triangle, semicircle. Such kind of symbols should be used, and the name should be, the whole name of that particular crop should be written in your map part, so that the examiner can clearly identify that particular crop. Friends, here you can see the short forms of alphabetical order are given. RI means rice, W means wheat, then Juwar, Bajri, JO means Juwar, BA means Bajri, MZ means maize, PU means pulses, then GR means groundnut, SS means sesame, that is til, MS means mustard, CN means coconut, and COS means castor oil seeds. Here these alphabetical symbols are given the name that for what that alphabetical symbol is for which purpose. For example, RI is for rice. So friends, as I said that for you, when you attend in the exam, it's more preferable to write to draw the symbols for particular area. Friends, you can see over here that for example, here if maize is asked, you can see here the maize is given over here. You can see it is given in Rajasthan, it is also given in UP, you can also see it is in Madhya Pradesh, right? So it can be in many areas of the country. Different crops can be seen in different areas of our country, but you can show in any one particular state in your examination. Friends, it's not compulsory that you show in 3-4 states altogether. So it's more preferable that if in exam only one location is asked, it's more preferable to show in any one particular area. Friends, sometimes what happens, there are some students who show the whole region. For example, if the groundnut is asked, then they show, for example, if groundnut is asked, you can see over here that the groundnut is spot identification is done, but lots of students make error and so cover the whole Gujarat and so over here as groundnut. But friends, here we can make sure that groundnut is grown in Gujarat, but along with it lots of other crops are also grown. So you cannot show the whole Gujarat where groundnut is grown. There are some regions where groundnuts are not grown. So over here you cannot show the whole Gujarat as groundnut producing region. That is why you need to do spot identification over here, friends. So you need to take care about all these regions. You can see over here that rice are marked, the rice are marked. Over here you can see over here SS, that is sesame, that is tel. Then CN, CT, that is cotton. All RI means rice, CF means coffee, GR means groundnut. Here you can clearly see SS is sesame, that is given over here. CT means cotton is given. Then RI means rice is there, GR means groundnut is there, right? So friends, here lots of such maize is given. PU means pulses is there. So friends, here you can clearly see that different areas have different crops producing over there. You can show any one region. Now friends, here you can also see some of the other beverages and the cash crops, like you can see over here. If you see, the tea is produced over here, coffee, cocoa. If we see the cash crops, cotton, sugarcane, jute, tobacco, rubber, cumin, famine and isabgul, fruits like banana, apple, grape. You can see over here, like apple and grapes are grown in Jammu Kashmir, apple again in Himachal Pradesh, or grapes in Uttarakhand. So here you can clearly see friends. Then over here also some of the symbols are given, like SC means sugarcane is there over here. Then CT means cotton is over here in Gujarat, cotton in Madhya Pradesh is given, cotton in Maharashtra is given, BN means banana and grapes is given. Again the SC means sugarcane is produced in Maharashtra. Then here you can see JT means jute is given, right? Then here tea is produced, right? So lots of regions are given, different regions of our country are shown. Here in the south also you can see lots of such banana, grapes, sugarcane. Here also sugarcane in Karnataka, tea in Karnataka, coffee, that is the Coorg region where maximum coffee is grown, rubber, here again banana, sugarcane, coffee grown in Tamil Nadu. So friends, jute and tea in West Bengal. So you can clearly see lots of regions are there producing this kind of cash crops, beverages and fruits of our country. In these, while locating cash crop, beverages and fruits also, you have to show such kind of spot identification also. Friends, at the end you can also draw the table. At the end you can also draw the table in this manner. You can draw the table and write down whichever symbol you have used for which purpose. You can mention it. Along with it friends, it's more preferable as I instructed in each and everything. Like here BN is given, but they have not mentioned, they have just written in the table that BN means banana. But it's more preferable that we write over here, we make an arrow and mention over here B, that means banana, so that the examiner can easily identify that what you have identified with the symbol BN. So but it is, as I said, it is more preferable not to use such kind of alphabetical symbol. This is just for your reference over here that this symbol BN is used. You should use the different symbols like star, square, round, circle, triangle. So these kind of symbols make your map neat and clean, as well as more easy for the examiner to check your paper and easily indicate. So friends, hope so you have understood about the map work today that was related to chapter number 9 and 10. In chapter number 9, we discussed about the map work of national parks, sanctuaries and wildlife sanctuaries. In chapter number 10, we also discussed about the different crops and different cash crops, beverages and fruits. In both chapters that we discussed today, we have to do the spot identification, friends. So with this we complete the information of map work of chapter number 9, that is the wildlife, and chapter number 10, that is agriculture, in which we discussed about the crops, fruits and beverages. So friends, hope so you have understood. We'll discuss about the other topics in our next lecture. Thank you friends.